Hello everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios. My allergies are still bugging me, because it's April. Anyways, welcome back. I have a very special blaster for review today. It is the Worker Harrier. I have finally gotten myself into the upper echelon of dart blasting, and basically how it goes is there's basically tiers to dart blasters. There's, off-the-shelf stock blasters, which is, anything made for, children, like, the Hornet or the Magnus, which my Magnus has a kitty on it. Anyways, this is in the highest echelon. Basically, sorry, I was continuing. Next up is off-the-shelf pro blasters, like, for example, your Dart Zone Outlaw, or the Dart Zone Aeon Pro X, which video featuring that will be coming out soon. Then there's 3D printed blasters, which I don't have any. And then there's finally community manufactured blasters, like the Worker Harrier. Community manufactured blasters are in the highest tier because not only are they usually the most expensive, but they're also made out of the best materials. Like, these are made out of solid, almost real steel grade plastic and have metal internals. Like, I wish I had the stuff to, open this thing up and show you inside, because, entirely metal internals are really cool. But yeah, starting up at the front, I have my Dart Zone B car on this thing. And I also have, this is the barrel. Do note, Worker blasters do not have orange tips, so you're going to want to put like a B car or a P car or something on it. It comes with there it is. The Harrier comes with a muzzle extension, which is this one. But it is not a functioning P car because it doesn't... Oh, here, I have darts in the mag. Because it doesn't actually grip the darts. So you're going to want to find a P car or a B car. Luckily, your good old pals at Dart Zone have you covered, because if you take out this little plastic insert from the Dart Zone B car, or you flip around the Dart Zone P car, they actually fit over the hobby standard 16mm barrels. The P car a bit loosely, but the B car fits really snug. And just note, this thing does not by default have an orange tip, so you're going to want to put like a B car or a P car on it, which is only just a little bit extra to spend if you're already spending $190 on a blaster, which is how much this blaster costs. This is a very expensive blaster. It's not really that expensive compared to other hobby design blasters, and it's not even the most expensive worker blaster. But yeah, up at the front here is a bunch of rail space. Like, there's 2 rails on the sides, 1 on the bottom, and then a really long rail on the top. Like, all across the top, pretty much. And it's Picatinny, so you could put, like, airsoft or real steel attachments on it. And it worked. Down here is the priming grip. This one came stock with the blaster, but it has a Picatinny rail underneath, so you can put any grip you want on this. And it also comes with an alternate priming handle that's bolt action. Well, sort of bolt action. More like assault rifle style bolt action compared to something like sniper style bolt action, which you would get with the Worker Kunlun. Back here is the magazine well, and it comes with a 5-round cosmetic magazine. Back here is the trigger grouping, so of course you prime back, and it has a spring return, which is funky. And here's your safety, so when it's pushed in on this side, oh God, sorry, you cannot pull the trigger, and when it's pushed in on the other side, which, come on baby, it's a little stiff, you can then fire a foam dart. And it's really smooth. Yeah. And down here is the grip. It is wrapped in this, like, rubbery stuff, and it feels amazing. It also has this little knuckle duster pommel, which can be removed if you don't want it, because there's a screw down here and a screw up here. So you could just remove that if you're not into it, but I am into it. I like knuckle duster grips. They're really nice. They're really cool. And back here you have the stock. It is a standard AR buffer tube. But do note, the something is up with the attachment slots in this buffer tube, because I have not been able to get my Dart Zone stocks to attach well, or pretty much at all, to it. And now for the coolest feature about this blaster. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but if you take off 2 of the screws in the rail, they have to be the 2 closest to each other, and they can be on any side. And then you take out these 2 screws right here, the blaster comes apart. That's it. The front half houses the barrel and the breech, and the back half houses the catch mechanism, magazine, and the plunger tube. And what makes this even more convenient is the fact that you can store one of their Allen keys in the back of the buffer tube. This thing is really, really neat. Oh yeah, this optic. This optic was given to me by, actually a fairly reasonably popular creator in our hobby and blaster designer, Misplaced Moose. He's actually part of my Nerf club, or part of the Nerf club I joined, and yeah, he gave me this optic at my first meet, which was April 5th. And it's really nice. It's a red, green, blue dot optic. I don't know how to show off optics that well, but yeah. Also, for some reason, the side of the blaster above the magwell has a smiley face. I don't know why. I just think it's cute. But yeah. That is the overview of the blaster. Let's look at the extra parts. Of course, it comes with that fake P-car. It also comes with this stuff. It comes with 2 springs. One of the springs is already installed, and these are actually the stock springs. These are the ones that come out of the blaster. I have my own upgrade spring in this to hit it up to spec for the club I'm in, but it doesn't hit all too much harder with this mod spring than with one of the stock springs. This is the low-powered spring, and this is the high-powered spring. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. They're essentially, I think, the same frequency. Just one's a little longer than the other one, which is an odd way to do it. And then you have an extra barrel, which actually, I can show you this. You can actually, come on. Oh, it takes a lot of movement. This this is what's nice about the B car attaching so tightly, is it gives you some extra real estate. You can pull out the barrel. I would not recommend firing this blaster with no barrel in it, but yeah, you can just drop in this extra barrel, and it gives you a few more inches of barrel length. Of course, drop it in and screw it on, obviously. And you also get, a baggie not included, some extra screws, extra gaskets, an extra, I'm assuming, catch spring. But yeah, you do get a lot of extra parts. It's basically a made-to-mod blaster. Because, like, you got Picatinny rail for any grips you want to use. You've got a blaster that is literally 2 screws and you're in, aside from another 2 on the rail. I mean, it's very, very customizable, and even comes in 3 different colors. You can get it in white, orange, or what I picked, aqua. Except I think this might be turquoise or light teal, but yeah, Workers blasters typically come in about 3 different colors, except for the Kunlun, which only comes in orange and purple, I think. Anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, that was, I think, everything you need to know about the Worker Harrier. Let's take it out to the field, or to the range, and let's shoot at some target. Alright, we are out on the range, and we have the Worker Harrier. I have the camera set up with about a 5x zoom, because our target is out at 90 feet, which is a pretty reasonable engagement range for this blaster, because I have a spring in here that makes it hit over 100 FPS, 100 feet pretty consistently. It hits about 250 FPS, and it's hot as balls out here. Ugh. But the show must go on. We first have nitro shot darts. Alright. Oh, let me activate my optic. I don't know if I had this thing sighted in properly, but yes. I don't know why nitro shot darts are running so much slower. Hit. Pocket. Pocket. Or no, that was a hit. Hit. I got 4 left. Hit. Hit. Oh, I went over that time, I think. 1 more. Hit. Alright. Next up, we got Nerf Pro half-length darts, which I fired my pilot shot with. So maybe it gets shorter ranges with nitro shot darts, which is weird. Anyways. Oh, that was weird. Whoa. Why are the Nerf darts acting so squirrely? Oh. That sounded pathetic. Hit! Finally. I have a vented B car on here. I shouldn't be that overgassed. Like, all my nitro shots were like arrows. Like, I think it's just because Nerf Pro Darts suck. Jeez. I think it's like the third one that went like no more than 50 feet. I hope I didn't do any significant damage to my blaster from firing crappy darts through it. Anyways, lastly we have some Dart Zone Ember darts, also known as Adventure Force half-length darts. We shall try to hit Le target and prove that hopefully it's just the Nerf darts that suck and not just the non-bamboo darts. That would be really bad if it was just non-bamboo darts in general. Hit. Miss. Miss. Oh, resounding hit. Miss. Hit. Wow. Oh, I smacked it. Hit. Got 3 left. Missed. Hit. Hit. Think. Yeah, it's dry. Okay. Ouch. Alright. Outstandingly terrible performance by the Nerf darts. What's it called? What are they called? The thingies. The Ember darts didn't do too much better, but the Nitro Shot darts did amazing. I mean, the only reason why I missed so many shots with them is because I didn't really have my aim dialed in properly. But yeah, I'm gonna go collect my darts and go back inside. Alright, we're back in from the range, and those are some pretty interesting results. You definitely want to get some Dart Zone bamboo darts, or some worker darts, which I don't have enough worker darts, because this only came with 10, and if I was going to, give it a fair chance with the others, I would have, I would have had 12. Or I should have had 12, but you definitely want to use it either with worker darts or Dart Zone bamboo darts, either the regular bamboos or the nitro shots, because, I mean, the embers will work, but, and I mean, I've been kind of testing it to its limits, basically, because 90 feet is about the end of effective range for 200 to 250 FPS blasters, which I have mine tuned to about 245. So you would be more likely competing at around 70 to 80 feet if you're using this blaster, which is pretty great for if you're using like rubies, embers, bamboos, worker darts. Do not use Nerf Pro darts. I had one go 25 feet. Nerf Pro darts just suck. Like, in general, they just kind of suck. And I mean, like, this is out of a blaster that's built to tune to 250. And like even then, for any potential overgassing, I have a vented B car on here, and they're still going everywhere. And what I find funny is they work fine out of some of my other blasters that hit up to 200, but then out of, you know, pushed to the absolute limits of like 250, and I just realized my camera's crooked. Damn it. When like pushed to the absolute limits of like 250 and stuff, you start seeing your issues with, really bad issues with accuracy from the Nerf Pro darts. So, I would really only recommend picking those up at Walmart's just so you have more mags for your torrent. But anyways, we're not talking about Nerf Pro darts today, we're talking about the Worker Harrier. Now, the Worker Harrier did great, it feels amazing to shoot, it feels great, this optic. If you can source this optic, I have to ask Moose where he got it, so I can actually recommend it to you guys. But yeah, this blaster feels great, it looks great, it operates great, and it's just nice. Now for the divisive part. Is this a good purchase decision? If you are a new Nerfer, no. If you are looking to buy your first Nerf blaster, don't buy a Worker Harrier. I will tell you that your $190 that you're going to be spending on a Worker Harrier, if you are a noob, is better off spent on, like, either a couple of stock blasters, or if you're wanting to get into pro, a couple of off-the-shelf pro blaster. Wrong Aeon. A couple of off-the-shelf pro blasters, and just a buttload of ammo. Always stay. My camera is giving me grief today. Well, my phone, but my camera. Anyways, just buy either a couple off-the-shelf pro blasters or some non-pro blasters and a buttload of darts. Always stay stocked on darts. ASOD. That's what the acronym of that is. But always stay always stay stocked on darts. Darts are your best friend, and having a good amount of darts will ensure that they stay fresher for longer. I need to pick up some more darts. I'm going to. You can find Nitro Shot half-length darts on Dart Zone's website. They also have their older gen bamboos on their website. Ember darts are at Walmart. Nerf Pro darts are at everywhere. Ruby darts kind of got discontinued with the normal Max line because they're essentially the same thing as Ember darts, but red. And X-Shot half-length darts are found pretty easily at Walmart or Target or on X-Shot's website. But anyways, yeah, if you're a new Nerfer, don't buy a Harrier. This is something you wait to buy until you are invested in the hobby. And even then, depending on your FPS caps with your group, the Harrier may not even be the right blaster for you. There are not a lot of spring options to get this thing any lower than about 175. So, if you're wanting a blaster for a lower cap group than something like 200 or 250, I would suggest, if you're going to buy a Worker blaster, picking up the Worker Seagull, and because it's about it'll save you money too, because the Seagull is only about $130. Or if you want, you can pick up the XYL KM9 Unicorn for about $95, which gives you essentially the same thing as a Seagull, but in, albeit a cuter package. The Seagull does come in pink. Make that decision yourself. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, is like any of these high-end blasters and printed blasters, you really only want to buy once you really get invested into the hobby and you're, you know, starting to get invested in the pro side of the hobby. If not, find any other blaster, because if you're just looking to try to get into a hobby and you've just found yourself a club and you want to try out actual Nerf battling for the first time, buy this. This is the Dart Zone Striker 2.0, and I mean, I have a bunch of, I mean, these are worker attachments. This is a Unicorn foregrip, and this is a printed sight someone in my club gave me with a Dart Zone Dictator. But yeah, this is the Dart Zone Max Nitro Shot Striker 2.0. If you are looking for a first-time pro blaster, get this. I highly recommend this. Or if you're either a smaller person or don't like Target for some reason. I mean, I know Target's got some weird stuff going on right now, but I don't care. I want my Dart Zone fix. But yeah, either if you're hell-bent on shopping other than Target, get yourself a, I don't have one within reach right now, it's in my closet, but get yourself a Adventure Force Nexus Pro X. It's essentially a similar thing, but it's slightly smaller. It's actually the blaster that comes with the Dart Zone B car. You can also get the Dart Zone P car and B car together for $20 off their website. So yeah, if you are a first-time Nerfer, or you are like a noob and you're still a little unsure, buy a Striker, buy a Nexus, or if your group is like lower in their power caps, buy an Aeon Pro X or an X-Shot Fury, which again I don't have on my person right now, but yeah. And if you want a good secondary, buy a Dart Zone Outlaw. It's $35 and oh boy is it fun. I need to make a review on this. I'm gonna get the blue version soon, and then I think I'll just make a blanket review on all three variations. But yeah, enough about Dart Zone. Let's get back on the topic of worker. If you are a hobby invested Nerfer and you've got $190 to spend, I would get yourself a Harrier. It's great, it's solid, it is the de facto pump action blaster, and it feels so amazing. And like, I've been using Dart Zone blasters and stuff like that for a while, and then I picked up this for the first time, and I was just like, this is amazing. My mind was just blown at the amount of beauty that comes out of this blaster. Like, look at this thing. It looks good on camera. It looks good on me. Does my Harrier look good on me, guys? Do I slay while I slay? My god, I'm so stupid. Anyways. If you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like and subscribe. All the funny, stupid fish algorithm bullcrap. And comment your favorite worker blaster. My hobby-oriented Nerfers, and if you're wanting to get one of these, just tell me which one you plan on buying. There's the Harrier, there's the Seagull, there's the Swift, there's the Cheetah 2.0, there's the Nightingale, the Kunlun, all those funny, stupid, lovely worker blasters, and I love them. They are very nice. Highly recommend to any hobby Nerfers. Anyways, this has been a video from Voidheart Studios, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!